In my journey to try and cut back the amount of clothes I buy, I've had to come up with some creative ways to style my wardrobe. In the past, I might have just bought an extra piece of clothing to fill that gap, but these days I try and work with what I have mostly. And to be honest, this is probably good practice even if you're not trying to cut back on your purchases. Being able to level up your style for cheap or even for free is something I'm sure we all want to do. So in today's video, I'm going to share some of the things that I've done and hopefully it'll help you out. A solid foundation that fits you properly. This should all start with a solid foundation that fits you well. Think of it as a base outfit that you always start off with and then you build around that. For me, it's that base uniform of higher waisted pants with a shorter length t-shirt. It looks simple, but it took me a while to understand what a good fitting foundation looked like. And I'm not saying it needs to be limited to slimmer fitting things like I have here. No matter what your style is, slim, baggy, oversized, these pieces always have a way of fitting you properly. For example, your pants should be comfortable around the waist and you shouldn't need a belt to keep them up. And similarly, you shouldn't be needing to undo a button to get them on. Your clothes should flow naturally with your movement. You should feel comfortable in them at all times and they shouldn't ever feel restrictive. A good way of putting it is that you should be wearing your clothes, they shouldn't be wearing you. One of the easiest ways to achieve this is simply by knowing your measurements. Shoulders, chest, waist and inside leg are a great start. Unfortunately, a lot of clothing websites have garbage measurement tables, but at least they give you a ballpark of what size to aim for. Once you have a solid foundation that's fitting you properly, your style is going to flourish. Big, slim skin. This is something I've done a lot of over the years, but I didn't realize it had a name until recently. I believe Amy Smilovich, who founded the brand Tibi, coined the term. It essentially refers to a way of proportioning your outfits, wearing something big with something slim and showing off a bit of skin. The way I've always done it is to wear some baggy jeans, big, with a fitted top, slim, and I have that top short sleeved or rolled up at the sleeves, which shows some skin. You can just as well go the other way, perhaps a big top, some slim pants, and then no socks and lightweight shoes to show off the skin. Of course, there's endless ways to proportion your outfits. An all slim or all baggy fit can work just as well. The overall point here is that if you feel like your style is lacking a bit, then maybe start looking into ways of proportioning your outfits differently. Or buy things that are going to contribute to the proportions that you like the look of. Giving your outfit some direction with some good proportioning is going to make a world of difference when leveling up your style. Juxtaposition. This one can be a little bit controversial and tends to really bother some people. Juxtaposition is placing two items next to each other with contrasting effect. In fashion, that means mixing items in an outfit that aren't really meant to be worn together. Or at least the original design intention or general public opinion is that they shouldn't be worn together. Juxtaposition is often seen with the kinds of shoes people wear. A perfect example is pairing loafers with denim jeans. I know a lot of you right now are already shaking your head at this concept, but some of you might also be thinking that it looks quite good. Another one we're seeing a lot of is high heels with cargo or tracksuit pants. If someone told me that they were going to wear this, I wouldn't understand it. But seeing it in person, I think it really works. Another example is wearing casual sneakers with a formal suit, although it feels like this one has been done to death, so we don't see it so much these days. But it'll probably come back at some point, just like most things do in this cyclical world of fashion. Although there's definitely value in wearing things that match, juxtaposition is all about creating new styles by using existing pieces or trends. And it's a great technique to throw into the mix if you're looking to level up your style. Mix up the textures. In a similar thought process to the last point, mixing up your textures is a surefire way to level up your style. Unless I'm wearing something like a suit for a formal occasion, I tend to avoid wearing the same fabric on top and bottom. There's something about that perfect match that just destroys style, in my opinion. So I'm always looking to add different textures into an outfit. Textures don't have to be something as loud as crochet or mohair. It could be as simple as leather, wool, denim, or suede. For example, adding a leather jacket to an outfit, or even a woolen cap, beanie, or scarf. Of course, textures can be used to add interest, but they don't have to dominate. They can be used just as well to break up consistency and give you a bit of edge, which naturally makes you look more stylish. And you probably already own a variety of these textured pieces, so start mixing it up. Wear your nice clothes. This one sounds so silly, but it's one of the biggest personal changes I've made to level up my style. My parents will tell you that even as a kid, I would hide away my nicest shoes and clothes because I didn't want to get them ruined. I'd grow out of things without even wearing them once because I didn't want to get them dirty. And this carried through long into my adult life. As close as a few years ago, I had items sitting in my wardrobe that I'd hardly ever worn out of fear of ruining them. I was putting too much value on clothes and shoes, and it was affecting my style because I was just sticking to wearing things that I didn't really like. Now I've completely switched and I've turned my nicer items into my essential items. I now wear my best pieces as often as I can. I don't mind if they get worn out and shabby. If anything, that adds more interest to the piece. And it actually adds value to those items because I get to see how they stand up to being worn daily, and I get a better cost per wear ratio. The only special occasion clothes that I have now are things that I wouldn't typically wear day to day, but I'm not going to throw them out, things like suits. Everything else is free game and I wear them as much as possible, and this has really helped to level up my style. Color balance. It's easy to get very in-depth about color in fashion, and it can be a little bit daunting when you start thinking about the color wheel, complementary colors, tones, etc. But the information is out there and worth looking into if you feel like your style is lacking something. I've even done a video on it, so go check it out if you want. However, it can be as simple as adding a pop of color to a monochrome outfit, or learning how to pair multiple colors in a way that isn't messy and still makes you look put together. There's a lot to be said about matching certain colors with your skin tone as well. For some people, it might not be about adding color, but taking color away. A lot of timeless outfits are minimalist and monochromatic for a reason. It can work both ways when done correctly, and it can level up your style so much. Again, there's a lot more in-depth videos and articles online. I'll leave some down in the description for you. Store away, donate, or sell things that you're not wearing. This one is a huge one for me, especially over the past year or two. Things that you're not wearing will not only clutter your wardrobe, but they'll clutter your mind as well. Having too much choice can hinder your decision making when choosing what to wear, and can have a negative impact on your style. There's multiple decisions to make about what to do with the items you're not wearing, whether that be donating, selling, or simply throwing away. But if you're not sure what to do yet, then I found it helpful to at least pack them up and store them away somewhere like the attic. This is great for a number of reasons. You can pull everything out of your wardrobe and take inventory on all the pieces you have before storing them away. Seeing everything laid out like that can spark new ideas about how to combine certain pieces. And once you're done, you'll have some breathing space in your wardrobe again. This will make picking an outfit to wear so much easier, and it'll definitely level up your style. Self-care. This could mean different things to different people. For me, my style was noticeably improved once I started taking my diet and exercise a little bit more seriously. It made me feel so much more confident to wear certain pieces or experiment with new styles. I'm absolutely not a diet or nutrition freak, but if you are, then good for you. However, I used to literally give it no thought. I'd just eat whatever I wanted and basically do no exercise. But by paying just a little bit more attention to it, I noticed a profound change in my physique and mental well-being. But like I said, self-care can mean different things to different people. For you, it might be giving yourself a routine, it might be getting out of the house more, or it might be staying in more. Whatever it is that's going to help you improve mentally and physically is going to filter through to your style. Don't take fashion too seriously. This last one needs to be added to every fashion video in my opinion, and in fact I think I have mentioned it multiple times before. But make sure whatever you're doing, you're having fun with it. Clothing is an expression of creativity, and there's no need to take it too seriously. Although I'm super thankful that people watch my videos, I honestly don't think they're necessary at all. You can ignore all the other points in this video. As long as you're comfortable in what you're wearing, then you're looking good. Comfort breeds confidence, and confidence is the best thing you can wear. So be true to yourself, understand what you like, and believe me, your style will skyrocket. So there it is, some simple and cheap ways that I've leveled up my style over the years. Like most things with this channel, you can treat this video simply as a diary entry for things that are working for me right now. I'll continue to add to it over the years, and I might even remove things if they're not working for me anymore. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you have any other tips, please do share them down in the comments. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.